Coming on again. This is 1,155 days since Richard, where it's 1 o'clock in the morning. And I had some trouble with my internet. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try it again, make sure that everything is working, and give some very important information out because I didn't even see my live stream on my Facebook. So I don't know what's going on. And this is too important. The lives of our service members are at stake. Of course, we want Richard's remains, and so we have to hold those that are supposed to be serving us to their oaths, to their duty, to the honor that they should have, to the integrity that they should have. And I'm going to see if this is on. If this is on. Um, yeah, there you go. It's on. And I don't know if I'm going to have many people watching, but I want this to be up there for tomorrow because there are Team Find Richard Halliday members that need this update, and in the morning they'll look for it, and it needs to be there. So, and the update that we have today is that, of course, Richard was never missing. He is a murdered missing, right? A murdered missing because um, his remains are missing to us, right? But we absolutely have the evidence that this circumstantial evidence um, that he has been murdered, that he has been code redded. And part of this whole code red, this whole murder, this whole gang of murderers, or I should say, the accessory to murder, the cover up of murder, the green light to murder, the failure to report. Just there's so much cover up here, and people have to understand that to fail to report the tampering with a corpse, the failure to report a violent crime is a felony in Texas. And so that's, I just want to let everyone know that because it's time now. It's time to come out, speak up, and we're very glad that this soldier spoke up. And one thing I forgot to do in my previous live stream is talk about the soldier that had the congressional inquiry that he just put in with Veronica Escobar, and also copied Senator Ted Cruz in it. And we have the petition to support him, and we're really looking to get as many signatures as possible. And if you can help us with that, and it's something that everyone can get behind. All it is to support this active duty soldier that is putting his life in danger because whistleblowers are being murdered. Whistleblowers are being retaliated against. And Richard was a whistleblower, and he was retaliated against, and he was murdered. He was code redded. And look at Austin Hawk. He was brutally murdered in his own barracks room. And look at Vanessa Guillen. She was a whistleblower, and she was brutally murdered. And there's so many more. There's so many more. So I just want to make sure that we show this soldier that has put in this request for a congressional, that we show him support, and that we put a hedge around him. We put prayers around him, that we all know about what's going on, so that that will protect him. And also at the same time, it sends a loud message to Representative Veronica Escobar to do her duty, to hold her feet to the fire about her oath. And when you get a request from an active duty soldier for a congressional, it has more weight than a civilian. So, this is really, really important, this petition. So please sign it. And if you can help get more signatures for that, we'd appreciate it. The last time I looked, it had 173 signatures. So I'll put that up again today. The breaking news today is the 2004 minivan. It is a Pontiac, Montana minivan that has OnStar capability in it. Well, we have confirmed today because we located it, and this is an update for that. That we have confirmed today that there were attempts to tamper with that vehicle in order to hide that vehicle, and so that's something that I can share with you today because it's still going on in that respect. The other news that I wanted to share with you is that the Hawaii government officials have now provided extra information to the criminal conviction and activities of Leilani Hart there in Hawaii. So that's very important because Leilani is enticing people. She's luring people. She is giving false witness about people. So this is really important because we don't want her to hurt anyone else. And, she's toxic to wherever she goes. So this is really important information. And it seems I was listening to Tucker Carlson interview Attorney General Ken Paxton from Texas, and it was very, very good. It was very interesting, had a lot of information in it for our case, our son's case, because the weaponization of the Department of Justice did not succeed with him, and that's very, very good news. And now he is ready. He's ready to do, hopefully, let's pray for Ken Paxton to do his duty. And we are now ready to put in criminal charges. We're ready to put in these criminal charges, and we don't need to go to Bill Hicks. Okay, you don't need to go to Bill Hicks because Bill Hicks is under so much pressure right now, and he can't even find evidence from the Walmart case. Okay, he can't. This is 3-year-old case, over 3-year-old case. He can't find evidence for the Walmart case. So Richard Halliday's case is bigger, so we're bypassing Bill Hicks. The criminal charges are going to be put in, and we'll let you know about that. So that's big news too. And we're very grateful that Ken Paxton gave that interview because it was very positive news for us. The other thing is that we have a scheduled appointment for Interpol, and that is really important. It seems that my internet's working again. Isn't that weird? But it is. It's working. It's blue. It's green. It's working. So that's good. And I'm on here on Facebook. So we do have a scheduled appointment for Interpol. Why? Because somebody gave a tampered photo to Interpol. Okay? They mocked Interpol. They gave a tampered photo to Interpol. And that is a big deal. We believe that photo is a composite. And that composite, it scores very high when we put in Dallas Hart's picture. So that needs to be clarified, right? That needs to be clarified, just like we need clarified that Amber Chase works for the VA right there in the IDES Pueblo with James Hart. We need it clarified that Belen Roach's parents, Isabel, no, what's her name? I think it is. No, Lydia Ortega and Eddie Rocha, that they work for Ann Ogle and Thomas Kane. For their business. So we would like to know. We'd like to have that clarified. And there's more. Um, we'd like to make the point that we have every right to ask questions and point out the negligence and the dereliction that we have had to go through in our son's case, because it's been a long road, and this is not an NFL game, right? Why is there a team that acts like this is some kind of football game? And it's not. It's not. This is the life of a volunteer soldier, and we need answers. And we have every right as a family, as Team Farm Richard Halliday, to point out um, the the information that's coming in. Can you imagine if I kept it a secret? Other soldiers might be getting hurt, might be murdered. I don't know how many lives we might have saved by just being so, uh, holding these people's feet to the fire, or making sure that people were watching them. So we need oversight, and we are Richard's oversight, and we were made by the command, by CID, the chief investigators of our son's case. I kid you not, they told us that we needed to bring them leads or they couldn't do anything for us. And you have to remember, um, they threw us out at the beginning, they brought us in, and that's what they said to us. And so we've been doing what they have told us to do. And then they don't offer us the support. But now things have changed, and we are getting the institutional support. And so all this hard work of collecting all the evidence is now we're getting the institutional support. And with those two together, we get the accountability. It's a really nice formula. Institutional support plus evidence equals accountability. So um, let's see, if I think that is really the main thing that I want to stress today is, if you've seen something, do not do not forget that failure to report a serious crime or the tampering with a corpse is a federal offense, because now is the time. Now is the time to come forward. I mean, it was at the very, very beginning, but it's starting now. It really is starting now. So the other, and I'm saying that to Angela Korcherga too. Okay, she got herself in a real pickle here, and so we're about to do these criminal charges. And look at how many people do you know are so transparent like we are? How many cases do you know that they're so transparent like we are? Um, we want the best for our country, and we want the best for our service members, and we understand the grooming going on. We understand the politics of 2020, the fear that was going on. We understand, but this is about a murdered soldier, about a murdered missing soldier, and the cover up of millions of dollars. So criminal charges need to be made, and accountability has to happen. So I'm just letting everyone know where we're going, and we're not going to ask for immunity, okay, for anybody. So there might be, it just depends with these plea deals. But right now, at this point, with the absolute violence, vile and vulgar in this case, no, we can't. We're going to put in the criminal charges. So thank you so much. And I will be back tomorrow, God willing.